Good afternoon and welcome to Norton High School here in Norton, Massachusetts for today's boys freshman basketball game between Blue Hills and Norton. My name is Anthony and today's game is brought to you by Norton Media Center. Be sure to check out nortonmediacenter.org and Norton Media Center's YouTube channel. We start with a breakaway by Jacob Johansson. No good, as it was a good recovery by the Blue Hill defense. This Blue Hill squad is very good, and their varsity team is great as well. So, quite the basketball program they have up in Canton, Mass, where Blue Hills is from. Meanwhile, the Lancers come in with a decent squad of their own. Freshmen, JV, and varsity all having good seasons. Here comes the drive by four into the paint. He lays it up. No good. It was contested. Looks like Johansson got in on that one defensively for the Lancers. Now John Reagan will bring this up. Reagan nailed a near half-court shot about a week ago here in Norton. This will be a three from the corner, high-arcing shot and no good by Griffin Clary. Battle for the ball. That was Johansson with the tie-up, and possession's going to stay with the Lancers. So a minute 6 into this game. We are scoreless so far. We've seen some good defense from both ends. Reagan will float this one short, and another offensive rebound. At least he attempted it by Clary. But now we're going the other way with Blue Hills. This one inside the paint, off the back iron, no good. That's Johansson again with the rebound. We've called his name a couple of times early on in this game. John Reagan will give this one off to Landon Willis. Now we're inside the Johansson. Clary, the hierarchy three again off the back iron, no good. With a fresh shot clock, this will be Reagan. Dishes it out. Reagan will attempt the three now. This one is no good. Griffin Clary was in the corner. Looked like he was going to attempt his third three of the game, but instead he passed it off to John Reagan, who attempted a three of his own. And we are still scoreless, just over 2 minutes into the first quarter here in Norton. This one will be driven in, off the backboard and in by 4 of Blue Hills. So the first points of the game go to the boys in green and blue. Antonio Arguello Jr. with the ball. This one is taken away by 13 of Blue Hills. Draws the double team, and it is taken away by Arguello Jr. Possession back with Blue Hills, and now it's going to go to the Lancers as it rolls out of bounds. Reagan to bring it up. That was Willis. Willis is alone. He doesn't take the three. Arguello Jr. on the drive. He'll dish it out. We have 15 seconds on the shot clock. A 2-0 Blue Hills lead with 4:50 to go in quarter number 1. Dishing this one in the middle to Johansson. Nice little spin move, and he lays it in. So a nice pass from Griffin Clary to Jacob Johansson in the paint, and we're squared at 2. Blue Hills settling things down big time here. Blue Hills definitely has the height advantage in this one. And it looks like they're going to get Jacob Johansson with a reach-in right there. That'll be his first foul of the game. Landon Willis will check out. And Jonas De Silva will check in for the Lancers. De Silva in the bright pink shoes. This one is lobbed up, no good, but following and getting his own rebound is number 4 of Blue Hills. He will back down, and it looks like we are going to get offensive 3 seconds on Blue Hills. So we're 4 minutes into the first quarter, squared at 2. Griffin Clary up top to John Reagan. That's De Silva back to Reagan. Arguello Jr. takes the shot, no good, but gets his own rebound. This has been a game of getting their own offensive rebounds for both squads. Blue Hills comes away with it. "13 of Blue Hills bringing it up. He pushes it. Oh, nice play under the basket. He couldn't finish. Offensive rebound, and put back is no good by 11. And coming back the other way are the Lancers. Arguello Jr. from the same spot where he just missed. This time he takes and floats, no good. And going back the other way now is Blue Hills. Point guard 13 bringing it up. Tosses it to 4. It's almost like every Blue Hills possession requires all 5 members on the court to touch the ball at least once before a shot is put up. We are going to get a foul on the Lancers. I believe that's going to go again on Jacob Johansson. And if that's the case, he will come out because that is his second foul in this game. 2:51 to go in the first quarter. We are tied at 2. Here's the inbound pass, out of reach, and possession going to Norton. John Reagan will bring it up for the Lancers. This is De Silva to Clary, back to De Silva. Around the world we go. Deep 2 is put up and drained by Dom DeBold. So Dom DeBold acted as if he was going to take the 3, took a couple steps in, and then drained the 2, giving Norton the 4-2 lead. We're going to have a travel called here on Blue Hills. Blue Hills will make a substitution. 23 will check out of the game, and it looks like it is a little hard to see the jersey numbers, but I think it's number 3 who checked in. It is. Back and forth we go. DeBold trying to thread the needle there. Nonetheless, it comes away into the arms of De Silva. He misses the shot, and being brought up now by 3 of Blue Hills. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Driving baseline, dishes this out. We will swing it up top. Oh, nice pass down low. It was a rocket. And heading to the free throw line will be number 4 of Blue Hills. And I think that foul went against Jonas De Silva of the Lancers. Good on the first. No good on the second. Ball is loose and possessed by the Lancers. Picking up his dribble, he's got to dish it out. Here comes John Reagan now. That was Dom DeBold who was in a little bit of dribbling trouble. But nonetheless, the Lancers set up shop in Blue Hill territory. The clock has not started. They got to start the clock. It is 4-3 Norton. We are swinging it around. This one is put up and no good. Rebound by Blue Hills. Coach of Blue Hills calls to slow it down, and Blue Hills complies. Ball is loose on the ground, tie up for it. It's a jump ball, and it should go to Blue Hills. It will. Substitution is made for Blue Hills, as 14 will come out of the game along with 13. Checking back in is 30 and number 1. So we have 1:24 to go in the first quarter. It is a 4-3 Lancer lead. Here's a 3-point shot that is just short. Rebound by Reagan. Tie up, and a foul's going to be called on Blue Hills. That'll be their first team foul of the quarter. That was going to go against number 4 of Blue Hills. DeBold the 3, short. Rebound by Blue Hills. They'll hit the brakes, and we'll set up shop in Lancer territory with 60 seconds to go in the first quarter. Working it down low to 30. He draws the double team, and we're going to get a reach-in foul on DeBold. So inbounding it will be 30 from the baseline. He is guarded heavily by, looks like that is going to be Logan Shannon, who's in the game. Inbounding this one will be Griffin Clary, and breaking it up is John Reagan. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Working it down, and travel's going to be called there on Logan Shannon. It was nice passing. So number 1 of Blue Hills will bring it up. 8-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. In the paint is 4, and a whistle is blown, and I believe they are going to get 24 with the foul there. So that'll be, if that is on Dom DeBold again, that would be his second. That's 5 team fouls on the Lancers, so it'll be a free throw situation for Blue Hills. Taking the free throws will be number 4. No good on the first. A make here on the second free throw will tie the game up at 4. Tied up at 4. 30 seconds to go. Shot clock is turned off. Reagan to DeBold. Back to Reagan. Swinging it around to De Silva. Reagan, the deep 3. Rolls around the rim, and somehow Griffin Clary goes up and gets the offensive rebound. He was surrounded by Blue Hill defenders, and yet Clary's the one who comes away with it. A foul was called on Blue Hills there for the reach-in, so possession's going to stay with the Lancers. DeBold inside to Clary, and a foul is called, and going to the free throw line will be Griffin Clary, shooting 2. .5 seconds on the clock. Off the back iron, it falls through. Good on the second. It is a 6-4 Norton lead over Blue Hills. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Blue Hills will most likely hold for the final shot. One puts up the 3, drains it. And that will do it for quarter number 1 as Blue Hills leads the Norton Lancers 7-6. We'll be back in just a few moments for the start of quarter 2. Back in Norton for the start of quarter number 2 between the Lancers, and it's a turnover for the Lancers. This will go to Blue Hills. Blue Hills leads 7-6. My name is Anthony. Today's game is brought to you by Norton Media Center. Blue Hills point guard number 1 will bring it up. He made the 3-pointer right as the first quarter came to an end. Nice passing around. He's going to go for another 3-pointer. That rolls around the rim and corralled by Antonio Arguello Jr. Bringing it up will be Chase Medeiros. First time we've seen Medeiros in this game today. In the corner is Dom DeBold. Swinging it around now was Landon Willis. We have 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. A corner three is no good by Dom DeBolt, but an offensive rebound by Landon Willis. And the Lancers have been ruling with offensive rebounds so far in this game. Willis drives, no can do. And going the other way is Blue Hills. They had their point guard, number one, all the way down, which would have been a fast break opportunity. But Blue Hills decided to take it easy instead. Ball out of play. Possession with the Lancers. Medeiros will bring it up. They will swing it around. Nicholas Small is in the game for the Lancers. This is DeBolt. Around the arc we go. Small down low. Back up and driving is Willis. He hits the brakes. This is DeBolt with 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. They're going to have to get a shot off. And I didn't see what the call was, but nonetheless, it's going to go to Blue Hills. Being brought up by number one. One thing you see with this Blue Hill offense is that these are passes with a lot of mustard on them. They fire it in there. And possession's going to stay with Blue Hills after the nice defense by the Lancers. Small will check out of the game. And checking back in to the game will be Jack Shannon. Number one with the ball handling skills. Puts up the three and drains it. Nifty set of skills there from Blue Hills point guard number one. And it is a 10-6 Blue Hills lead. Arguello Jr., I think they're going to say, they're going to call it travel. I didn't know if maybe the ball went out of bounds, but traveling is the call. And in any event, it'll be a Blue Hill possession. 2:20 into the second quarter. And open in the paint, putting this one up, and it is number 4. And Blue Hills right now taking advantage of their size. Down low in the paint. Arguello Jr. bounces this one to Shannon. This shot is put up and no good. Rebound by Blue Hills. They're going to look to push it. A lob for the point guard, number one. He tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. Subs will be made as John Reagan comes back into the game along with Griffin Clary of the Lancers. Checking out will be Landon Willis as well as Dom DeBolt. A 6-point Blue Hills lead here with 5:30 to go until halftime. Up top, this is Reagan to Medeiros. They will swing it around. Arguello Jr. puts up the shot, and that's a line drive three to make it a 12-9 Blue Hill lead. Here comes three off the glass, a little too hard. Ball is on the floor. Oh, he comes away with it, and a fresh shot clock for Blue Hills. Oh, they're going to get 4 with the travel, just as he took it to the lane. So the Lancers defensively catch a couple of breaks there. Blue Hills with the opportunities offensively. Reagan to Medeiros. And good defense by number one. He's been all over the place for Blue Hills, offensively and defensively. Reagan will drive. Whistle is blown. And they're going to get number one with the reach-in foul. So that's the first foul of the quarter for either team. Blue Hill substitution as 4 will check out of the game and 30 checks in. Clary to inbound it, down low to Arguello Jr. They'll swing it around. Driving baseline now is Reagan. It is deflected and taken away by Blue Hills. On the run now, we have a 2-on-2 situation developing as one will take the layup. No can do. Good defense by Arguello Jr. Ball is loose, and we will slow things down as Blue Hills has possession with a fresh shot clock. Three to drive lefty. He is fouled and will head to the line. That's going to go against Griffin Clary. So 2 free throws for Blue Hills number 3. He's good on the first. Checking out of the game for the Lancers will be Jack Shannon, and checking back in is Jonas Da Silva. No good on the second free throw. Tie up for the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession's going to stay here with Blue Hills. Substitution will be made for Blue Hills, as number 1 will check out of the game, and checking into the game is number 2. He's got the bright green shoes on. Corner 3, high arcing, in and out. We've seen a couple of three-pointers tonight from both teams that have just basically touched the bottom of the net, but were coughed up. Reagan puts up the floater, no good. 23 with the rebound, and 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. A 4-point Blue Hills lead from Norton High School. Up top, this is 23. They'll swing it around. 3 with the clear lane, lays it in left-handed. And it is a 15-9 Blue Hills lead, which matches their largest lead of the day. Arguello Jr. bouncing it down. Now in the middle is Clary. Clary puts up the shot, no good. Rebound by 14, and we're going the other way. 13 will bring it up. This is 23. Up top to 2. Flanking his left was number 3. He'll drive again, lefty, but this time he spins, puts up the shot, no good. Reagan the rebound. Under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. This is Medeiros. Up top to Da Silva. Reagan thought about the deep 3. Da Silva will drive, he'll float it, and it will head to the free throw line. Looks like they're going to get 14 of Blue Hills with the foul. And 2 free throws for Jonas Da Silva. After this first attempt, we will have 2 substitutions made, both for Blue Hills. Da Silva's good on the first. And checking back into the game for Blue Hills will be number 4. He comes in for number 2. And then number 12, who comes in. And good on the second. So it's a 15-11 lead for Blue Hills. Up top, this is 23. Good defense by Griffin Clary. And maybe it was a little too good as he picks up the foul. And checking into the game now will be Landon Willis for Griffin Clary, as that's got to be about 2 or 3 fouls on Clary. Inbounding this one with a fresh shot clock, driving his 3. He puts up the shot, no good, and the rebound by Willis. Arguello Jr. with the floater puts it in. And it's a 2-point deficit for Norton. Here comes Blue Hills, number 4, looking to drive. He'll dish it out. They'll swing it around. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. 3 loses possession of the ball, but regains control. This will be 4 who puts up the shot. No good, and the rebound by Chase Medeiros. So with 1:40 to go until halftime, the Lancers have a chance to either tie the game here or take the lead. Arguello Jr. wants the lead. No good, and the rebound by Blue Hills. Here comes 13, hits the brakes, tosses it to 3. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. 3 drives lefty. Oh, nice pass. Dishes it out to 23, and that one rolls in. Beautiful pass as 3 has driven left-handed so many times in this game. He drew a double team in the paint and found a wide open 23 under the basket. Under a minute to go. We'll swing it around. Arguello Jr. dishes this out to Willis. Back up top to John Reagan. In the middle, De Silva floats it, no good, and the rebound by 12 of Blue Hills. 10-second difference between the play clock and the shot clock. Here comes 3. He'll just pull up. Oh, banks it in off the backboard. And it is 19-13 Blue Hills. Shot clock is off. 20 seconds to go. Medeiros. And thinking about the 3 there was Landon Willis. De Silva draws the double team. Oh, turnover going the other way now with 10 seconds left. And oh, nice defensive play made by John Reagan. We have 6 seconds left until halftime. Arguello Jr. is fouled by 12. It's going to be a blocking foul. No free throws, though, because that's only 3 team fouls on Blue Hills. So the Lancers, with 2.2 seconds left, will call a timeout to draw up a play right before halftime. So we'll be back for the conclusion of the first half. Back here in Norton, 2.2 seconds. Reagan puts up the 3 at the buzzer. No good this time. And we will head into halftime with a score 19-13 in favor of Blue Hills over Norton. We'll be back in a few moments for the start of the second half. Back here in Norton High School, it is boys freshman basketball between Blue Hills and the Norton Lancers. My name is Anthony, and today's game is brought to you by Norton Media Center. Be sure to check out nortonmediacenter.org and Norton Media Center's YouTube channel. It is the start of the third quarter here, and Blue Hills leads by a score of 19-13. They have not led by any more than 6 in this game. And this is a 3-point shot thrown up and no good by Blue Hills number 3. And coming the other way is John Reagan of Norton. He'll dish this one out to De Silva. In the middle now, Johansson. Good defense by Blue Hills. Coming away with it is number 3. And that left hand, he drives and puts it up. No good. The net on that rim is a little tangled. Not that it matters, but it might bother someone like me. Nonetheless, here is De Silva. Oh, taken away again off of the hands of Johansson. And point guard number 1 of Blue Hills will bring it up slowly. He'll swing it out to 3. Nice passing, give and go. That's 4, misses the shot, puts it up, no good again. And tie up for the ball. It is going to stay with Blue Hills. So 11 will inbound it. The official fixes the net. Thank you. So 1:16 into the third quarter. Here's 1. Takes the 3 in the corner. No good. He made a 3 earlier in this game. And possession will come back to the Lancers. John Reagan will bring it up. Jonas De Silva back to Reagan. De Silva down low to Johansson. He has 4 defenders around him. De Silva has it with 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Griffin Clary gets this one to Arguello Jr. Oh, nice bounce pass to Johansson in the paint, who puts it in. Antonio Arguello Jr. with a beautiful, almost no-look bounce pass to Jacob Johansson, who was alone in the paint and was able to bank it in. 3 cross court and out of bounds. That was intended for number 1, but a little miscommunication there. De Silva inbounds it to Reagan. Arguello Jr. will drive, and then in the corner is Clary. He is guarded heavily. We will swing it around with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Reagan picks up his dribble. Johansson in the paint again, dishes it out to Arguello Jr. He'll put up the shot short, and coming the other way now. We have some traffic on the sideline as the varsity teams are here and ready for their huge matchup later tonight. Oh, a beautiful rocket of a pass by number 1, but it goes off of the fingertips of 11 of Blue Hills. And as previously noted, these passes are lightning quick from Blue Hills. So just about 3 minutes into the third quarter, it remains a 4-point Blue Hills lead. Only points of the quarter came courtesy of Jacob Johansson, and travel is called on Reagan. Possession going back to Blue Hills. Substitution will be made for Blue Hills as 14 checks in for 11. So 1 will bring it up. He's had a great game tonight. Dishes it out to 3. Oh, another rocket of a pass to 14 in the middle. A little too hot for almost anyone to handle. Nonetheless, Griffin Clary comes away with it. And then down low to Dom DeBold. He tries to get it to Johansson. Johansson up and in. So Jacob Johansson with 4 points in the paint in this quarter. And the Lancers find themselves down at 19-17. Quick 3 is put up and no good from point guard number 1. And tie up for the ball. Coming away with it is number 4. And he's out of bounds. Possession going back to Norton. So Norton has a chance to tie and or take the lead here with this possession. And so far in this quarter, they have worked it down low to Johansson. We'll see if they continue with that trend. Reagan looking around. He'll put up the 3. No good. Rebound by De Silva. Clary with it now. And a fresh shot clock for Norton. Clary has this one go out of bounds. It was knocked out by Blue Hills. Substitution is made for Blue Hills as coming into the game is number 23. Checking out is 13. So Griffin Clary will inbound it up top to John Reagan. We are halfway through the third quarter. Possession still with Norton. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Reagan once again receives the inbound. DeBold will drive. No good. And Blue Hills comes away with it. One will bring it up. Dishes it out to 3. Back to 1. Playing a game of hot potato here between 1 and 3. It's knocked away by Johansson. Reagan with possession. And down low is Johansson. He can't finish. And that would have been 6 points in this quarter alone for Jacob Johansson. In any event, Blue Hills with possession. Catching a break there with 3:15 to go in the third quarter. This is 1 in the corner. He will drive baseline, floats it, no good, gets his own rebound. It did take a little deflection, but winds up in his own arms. Trying to split the double team, and they will call a reach-in foul, and I think that's going to go against Griffin Clary again. This one is put up and no good, and possession stays. Well, one official says it's Blue Hills, one official says Norton. It's going to go to Norton. And inbounding this one will be Dom DeBold. Gets it to Reagan. Clary to De Silva. Swinging it around. DeBold picks up his dribble, and they call travel. He did move that pivot foot as he picked up the travel, going to make the pass. So 2:41 to go in quarter number 3. 19-17, Blue Hill lead. Blue Hills is yet to score in this quarter, though. They are looking for their first points. And we're going to have a timeout called by Blue Hills, perhaps to discuss offensive strategy. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in just a few moments. Back here in Norton after the Blue Hills timeout. They are looking to score their first points of the quarter. And perhaps that was the reason for the timeout. 3 will take the 3, makes the 3, and it's a 22-17 lead. Nice usage of the timeout for Blue Hills. They lead by 5, taken away by number 1. He will dish it off to number 3. He will travel. They were going to increase the lead by 7, but he did travel. .209 to go in the third quarter. Norton finds themselves down by 5 now. And taken away. Here we go. Replaying this one. No travel there as 3 will lay it in. So it is now a 7-point Blue Hills lead, their largest of the day. Back and forth between Reagan and De Silva. Small to Reagan. The 3 just short. Rebound by De Silva, puts up the shot, no good, and a rebound by Blue Hills. So 90 seconds left in the third quarter, and after that timeout was called, Blue Hills has been on fire. Here's 1, alone for 3, no good, but the offensive rebound is there, it gets away, and possession will stay with Blue Hills as it goes off of Griffin Clary. So they'll get a fresh shot clock with 1:17 left in the third quarter. 14 to inbound. Up top to 1. He'll swing it to 3, who's had a great last few moments. And he continues with the floater. So that's 7 quick points for 3 of Blue Hills. And the lead is now 26-17. Swinging it around the arc. DeBold will take the shot. No good. And Small attempted the offensive rebound, but it's actually going to go off of Nicholas Small. And possession back with Blue Hills. They've got 54.4 seconds. A substitution is made as Henry Coe comes into the game for a Griffin Clary. .23 will put up a shot from the elbow, no good. Whistle is blown. And they're going to get Dom DeBold with the push. So fresh shot clock and a new possession for Blue Hills. There is a 7-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. And oh man, on the inbound, that is a violation. Foot stepped over the back line. So possession is going to go to Norton. Now a 6-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Norton looking to score before the end of this quarter, as the last few minutes have been owned by Blue Hills. This is DeBold. In the corner, De Silva will pick up his dribble, and they're actually going to get number 4 of Blue Hills with the push. So it's a possession for Norton. The shot clock is now turned off with 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Inbounding it is DeBold. It is deflected out, so we'll do it again. Clary will inbound. I believe that's Clary. No, it's DeBold who will inbound, excuse me. De Silva up top, and now this is De Silva to DeBold. DeBold almost traveled there, but nonetheless, it is taken away by Blue Hills. Here comes 3 again, going left-handed. What a beautiful pass, and 1! What a play! 3-4 for the and 1. So that foul goes against Dom DeBold, and with 11.5 seconds left in the third quarter, it is a 9-0 Blue Hills run. This one is up and no good, but nonetheless, a possession saves with Blue Hills. They get their own rebound. They'll put up a three from the corner, and a whistle is blown. So that was a foul. That was actually called on number 23 of Norton, Jonas De Silva. So it'll be 3 free throw attempts now for number 1 of Blue Hills. You don't often see 3 free throws, but we will see it here with 7.1 seconds left in the third quarter. No good on the first. The official alerts the players this is the second of 3 free throws. No good on the second. Good on the third. So it is a 10-0 run here for Blue Hills. Reagan loses control. Ball is loose on the floor. Scramble for it. And that will do for the end of the third quarter as Blue Hills leads 29-17. We will be back in just a few moments for the start of the fourth quarter from Norton High School. Back at Norton High School to start quarter number 4 between the Lancers and Blue Hills. Blue Hills ended that third quarter on a 10-0 run following a timeout. The timeout occurred right after Blue Hills scored no points in the first several minutes of the third quarter. Then they went on a vicious 10-0 run and now make it 12-0 as 4 takes that in. It is a 31-17 lead. Reagan to Johansson in the middle. Johansson is fouled. And I think that's going to go against number 30 of Blue Hills. Arguello Jr. inbounds it to Reagan. Medeiros back to Reagan. Arguello Jr. looking to drive. Good defense by number 4. He takes it away. Jump ball is called. And possession is going to go to the Lancers. No, it's going to go to Blue Hills. So bringing this one up will be a number 1. Swinging it around to 4. He puts up the shot. No good. Medeiros the rebound. Gets it off to Reagan. It's 1-on-1. Reagan up and under. He can't finish. It rolled around the rim. Chase Medeiros gets the rebound. And they're going to call a foul, that is, on Blue Hills with the hold. So Norton will inbound it from the baseline. Antonio Arguello Jr. will take the responsibility of inbounding it. Finding De Silva in the middle. Good defense by Blue Hills, knocking that ball away before De Silva could go up with the shot. Down to 30. He is swatted by Johansson, but a foul is called. That's going to go against Johansson. And shooting 2 will be at number 30 of Blue Hills. No good on the first. Good on the second. And a substitution will be made as 30 checks out for Blue Hills. 6:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. It is a 32-17 Blue Hills lead. Reagan will pick up the ball. Medeiros in the middle to De Silva. He throws it up off the backboard. No can do. Putting this one up is 4. Foul is called, and he will head to the free throw line. And they will get Jonas De Silva with the foul. No good on the first. And no good on the second. So it remains a 15-point Blue Hills lead with 6:15 to go from Norton. Chase Medeiros in the middle. Oh, nice passing. Johansson puts up the shot and puts it in. And that's what the Lancers needed to try to get back into this one with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And timeout is called by Blue Hills. 5:57 to go, a 32-19 Blue Hills lead. We'll be back here in the fourth quarter from Norton. Back here in Norton High School, it is a 13-point Blue Hills lead with just under 6 minutes to go. After the Blue Hills timeout, they will swing the ball around, and perhaps that was the reason for the timeout, was for them to offensively try to pass it as much as possible and eat as much clock as possible. A travel is called, however, on Blue Hills, so Norton with a chance to cut the deficit some more. Reagan does not touch it, and now he does, so now the clock starts. In the middle to De Silva, out to Medeiros, and taken away by 13. He will drive, and nice shot off the glass. That was difficult. He had some good defense on him, but nonetheless, it was a nice finish. Here's Medeiros, back up top to Reagan, to Medeiros. Medeiros down low to Johansson. Throws it up top to Reagan. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Reagan, this is a turnover now. And coming the other way is 23. No, taken away by Medeiros. Medeiros will drive. And he is fouled on the floor. Substitutions are made for Blue Hills as the dynamic duo of 1 and 3 will check into the game. They have both been the stars of the game for Blue Hills. Arguello Jr. will inbound. Medeiros in the middle. Foul is called on Blue Hills again. Reagan to inbound it. It is taken away by 3. What great defense. He'll dish it off to 1. One up top. Medeiros with the hard defense in the middle, and then up top to 1. Again, the strategy from Blue Hills is probably trying to waste as much time as possible here. They have 10 seconds to go on the shot clock as 3 gets by, tosses it to 4 in the middle. He puts up the shot, puts it in. So a nice finish to a possession in which Blue Hills wasted a lot of time. But that was the point. And this foul will go on the floor. It's going to be called on number 1 of Blue Hills. That's their 4th team foul, so 1 more, and the Lancers will be shooting free throws. So Medeiros will inbound to Reagan. Back to Medeiros. He is double teamed. Ball is loose. Still loose. Scramble for it. And jump ball is going to go to Norton. Griffin Clary will check into the game for Chase Medeiros. 4:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Clary to inbound it. He gets it to Johansson, who tries to back down. Clary baseline to Johansson. Johansson with the move off the glass, no good, but he will head to the free throw line. So that's 5 fouls now on Blue Hills. So Norton with a chance to shoot some free throws here in the final 4 minutes of the fourth quarter as they try to get themselves back into this game. Good on the first from Johansson. No good on the second, but I think there's going to be a lane violation on Blue Hills. So we will redo that free throw. No good on the second free throw. And we will go the other way here. Number 1 brings it up. One dishes this one out to 3. In the middle to 4. Back up top to 1. To 13. To 1. To 3. We have 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. They get it to 4 in the middle. He puts up the shot. Nice block by Johansson. And then 4 will commit the foul. So shooting free throws now will be Jonas Da Silva of the Lancers with 3:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Good on the first from Da Silva. Good on the second. So it's 36-22 Blue Hills with 3.5 minutes to go. 3 will get it across. He will pull up from the elbow. No good. Griffin Clary with the rebound, coming the other way now. Reagan with the ball. Gets the pick from Johansson. He will float it. No good. Arguello Jr. with the ball. He will put up the shot. No good. 3 with the rebound. Keeps it alive. And he'll slow things down. 1 with the ball up top, guarded by John Reagan. He will now drive through the paint, up and under, no good. Tie up for the ball, and it's going to stay with Blue Hills. So 19 seconds on the shot clock, 2:47 to go in the fourth quarter. A 14-point Blue Hills lead. Inbounded up top to 3. Driving here is 4, who puts it up. No good. Rebounded by 4, Jacob Johansson. And almost a turnover. Norton's got to get it across. They do. Reagan in the corner to Clary. Clary is fouled on the floor. But even though it's on the floor, Clary will be shooting free throws since there are 5 team fouls on Blue Hills. So Clary from the free throw line is good on the first, and it's a 13-point Blue Hills lead with 2:20 to go. Short on the second. And that's a no rim violation, so possession was going to go to Blue Hills anyways. And timeout called by Blue Hills. They lead 36-23 with 2:21 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be back in just a few moments from Norton. A 13-point Blue Hills lead over Norton with 2:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. And Blue Hills struggling to get the ball across. They eventually do, and it's taken away by Arguello Jr. Here comes John Reagan now. So the Lancers will have to score and score in a hurry. Arguello Jr. is called for the double dribble with just under 2 minutes to go. Full court defense presented by Norton. One will bring it up. He'll get it along to 14. They can't give it back, or that was going to be a backcourt violation. They get it across nonetheless. One with the pump and the drive. He will go under the rim baseline. And we are going to have offensive 3 seconds called on Blue Hills. So the Lancers with the ball. Clock doesn't start until Reagan picks it up. In the middle, Johansson. Oh, nice bounce pass to Silva, but he's stripped by 4, and they're going to call the reach-in foul on number 4, Blue Hills. So Jonas De Silva will shoot 2 free throws from the line and has a chance to cut the deficit to 11 with 98 seconds to go. No good on the first. Substitution will be made for Blue Hills as 4 checks out. No good on the second. Jump ball is called, and possession's going to go to the Lancers. Griffin Clary to inbound it to Arguello Jr. Back down to Clary. Clary is called for the travel. So Blue Hills will probably try their best to waste as much time as possible on this drive. Oh, beautiful behind the back dribble by 3. Takes it left-handed and lays it in. What a play. And it is 38-23. This one's almost taken away by 3. He has dominated in this second half. Jonas De Silva with the ball to Reagan. Back to De Silva. Griffin Clary takes the 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound by Blue Hills. And foul is called on the floor. I think that's going to go against Griffin Clary. And he has got to be pretty close to fouling out. He might be 1 foul away. Nonetheless, 67 seconds to go. Blue Hills to inbound. Lancers present the full court defense. 1 gets it off. Here comes 3 with speed. It's a 2-on-1 opportunity. He will throw it up and in. Left-handed again. Ball is loose. Picked up by Blue Hills. They will hit the brakes. There is a 11-second difference between the play clock and the shot clock. 3 will go up again. This one is short. Offensive rebound is there. Ball is still loose. Arguello Jr. with it. He picks up the ball. And a 3 is put up by Reagan. No good. Arguello Jr. the rebound. He puts up the shot. It rolls out. Whistle is blown now. And we're going to have a push on the Lancers, I believe. So once we retrieve the ball from the hallways, possession will go to Blue Hills with 21.9 seconds left. We will have a substitution made for the Lancers. Shot clock is off. 3 tries to go behind the back. He travels. So Lancers with possession. We have 16.7 seconds to go. De Silva will inbound it to Reagan. De Silva. They get it to Clary, back to De Silva. He puts up the 3, and that will do it from Norton High School as Blue Hills defeats the Norton Lancers by a score of 40-23. For Norton Media Center, my name is Anthony. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great night, everybody.